This is apparently a very, very big deal of a blaster. I have gotten hundreds of comments about taking a look at the Spectrum, and it's been hyped up beyond all belief, and rightfully so. Primetime Toys is absolutely knocking it out of the park right now with several home run hits of blasters this summer. And this is another one of those blasters that is apparently just way too good to be true. And I can somewhat agree with that sentiment because this is a magazine-fed semi-automatic flywheel blaster, which is not something that Primetime Toys has done before. Most of their blasters are chain-fed or hopper-fed. This thing, magazine-fed. This thing directly competes with the NERF STRYFE, and that means it's got a towering behemoth of a blaster to go up against, and honestly, is it gonna be better, or is there enough room in the market for both of the blasters to exist? Well, let's jump right into the Adventure Force Spectrum. Reminds me of the Recon. This thing comes with a lot, and I do mean a lot, of little attachments. You've got an adjustable detachable stock, you've got a removable scope, you've got an adjustable tactical grip, and of course an ammo clip or magazine. Trigger, rev trigger, it looks like it kept that big old rev trigger from the corner fire, so I'm actually kind of stoked about this one. And it advertises it blasts up to 80 feet. And the one magazine it comes with is a 10-rounder, and it includes just enough darts to fill that 10-rounder for $25. And being Adventure Force, you can find this blaster at Walmart. Oh no, that's the same price as you! It's gonna be on the shelf right next to you! Now, this blaster was sent to me free for review from Primetime Toys themselves, but my opinion is still my own, and getting the blaster for free will not affect my judgment in any way. Alright, that grip looks really comfortable. I want to see what this thing is about. Cyclone, Joker, sword form, change, Beetle. The blaster is all ready together in one nice little piece. Love me some easy to get darts. It looks really comfy. It might be a little bit thin for some people, but for me, this might be the best grip yet from Dart Zone. It's got a cutout right here so your finger angles towards the trigger. It's fat down here, it's just wide enough. The rev trigger is fantastic, just like on the corner fire. It can be a 2-finger setup with a good amount of force resisting it, so it just feels amazing. That is so much better than any of the other rev triggers, except for maybe the corner fire. Uses a similar...
That's your home! Are you too good for your home? Answer me!
Mag release is similar to all the Dart Zone Pro kind of stuff. You can do it one-handed if you would like, although it's much easier to just pull it out with one hand like so. Magazine feels pretty much up to par. It's even got a little textured finish on it, which I like. Trigger pull is a little spongy, but it is a semi-automatic kind of STRYFE blaster, so the profile is actually incredibly thin. Stock is adjustable and solid. That's kind of cool. It does go out far enough, I would say. That's actually extremely comfortable. And I haven't opened this thing yet, but I'm willing to bet the stocks are completely compatible. So get subscribed so you can see the review of this in the very near future. The scope doesn't have any lenses or anything. It's just got a plastic reticle modeled into it, and it can be removed off the rail and adjusted where you want. And then you've got, ooh, oh, it's cool. Okay, I get it. So you can hold it like this if you want to, or you can flip it down and use it like so. And this other, but it is completely removable, although you will have to remove the magazine. It's got an angled rail right there, which is certainly different. And when locked into place, except for like the up and down motion, it is incredibly solid. I can't pull it off. That's kind of an awkward jam door, but at least both sides of the shell are pretty much symmetrical. Even the jam door fits in with the aesthetic. The only part is obviously where the motors are resting, which you can see them plain as day in there. So, very impressive so far, especially for $25. And in terms of minimization right out of the gate, this big, huge piece of orange plastic, although it is apparently combined with this big, long orange rail up here, so it would probably take some cutting, this thing could definitely be cut down because the flywheel cage is right there. So there's quite a bit of room you could save on this blaster if you wanted to. And we've got a battery tray on the left-hand side of the blaster. So, let's see, I'm guessing 6 AA's, because that seems to kind of be Dart Zone's thing. And sure enough, 6 AA's. 4 back here, double stacked, and 2 up in the front. And since this is a special occasion, I'm gonna be giving her the best possible food I can. No slacking around here. We're gonna make sure this blaster gets its best showing. Even the batteries are freshly sealed. If you look around right there, you can see the plastic is kind of indented on some kind of catch, and I'm wondering if the battery tray isn't actually just friction fit in there and then soldered to it with the connections to the rest of the blaster, because that almost looks like it would be easy to remove, and if it is, that's just great news for all of us. All right, loaded up with the 10 included darts. Extremely fast and really nice rev up. Okay, I'm starting to see the hype, but let's see if the hype delivers. 93, 99, 98, 100, 106, 103, 103 again, 105, 105 again, 110! 110 FPS stock flywheel blaster, magazine fit for 25 bucks. Why do we even mod anymore? We don't even have to. I hate to say it, dude, but this is not looking good for you at all. It doesn't even matter that you say you fire 10 feet more. You're not hitting 110 FPS. Dart Zone, you need to revamp those claims on your blaster, because this thing is trying to put on a cute coat and look better in front of people than you, and that's not even remotely the case. Really, the review should just stop here. It's shooting Adventure Force waffles at 110 FPS, magazine-fed, flywheel semi-auto for $25. That comes with all these extra little attachments on it. What more could you possibly want? All right, you've got the looks, you've got the power, now let's take you outside and see if you can live up to the accuracy legend that is the Adventure Force waffles. I haven't been this excited for a range test in a very long time. All right, it's time to blow me away, Spectrum. Let's see how this goes. And that was it, and that was all completely flat, and the ranges were most impressive. A couple of those almost hit rival ranges flat. So I think angled we're gonna lose the darts, but let's find out. Same darts, same blaster. This time I'm gonna angle the shots for the best possible distance. That sailed past rival range without even really trying. A couple of shots were before that, but once it got warmed up, they just sailed. That is absolutely insane for a $25 stock blaster. All right, and just for fun, let's do a rapid fire test. I'm gonna spin the flywheels up as fast as they'll go, and then I'm just gonna pull the trigger until it's empty. That was literally perfect. Wow. Should be noted that the Spectrum works with all NERF magazines I've tried so far, but with the curved magazines, both the worker and the NERF variants, and some of the drums, because there's not a whole lot of room between the magazine release and this edge on the drum, it can be really hard to remove, so keep that in mind if you're trying to use drums in this thing. Overall conclusions, a must buy. Honestly, the only reason I can think of you not buying a Spectrum is because you're worried about it hitting too hard and your kids are too young or something like that. This thing is phenomenal. It's perfect. Even some of the little things, like with the command fire, had that grip that nobody really wanted to use, and you had to take apart the entire blaster and remove it. It wasn't even that hard, but you had to do it. Now it's completely removable. The scope, don't want it, completely removable. Magazine release is flippin' fantastic. I'm not a huge fan of the claw thing, but the fact that I can just drop the mag like that improves reload speed drastically. So that's a tactical advantage right there. Adjustable stock, that is also completely removable. Seriously, Dart Zone, you win. There's nothing I could say about this thing that would make it look any better than it already is. This thing is just pretty much unbeatable. When it comes to the flywheel game, you've pretty much mastered it. I don't know how often I've ever done a video where I have basically no complaints whatsoever. Even usually I can nag about rev triggers or something like that, not on the Adventure Force Spectrum. This thing, oh my god, I could gush about it forever. For $25, you get all of the attachments. It only came with one mag, and right now you can't buy these separately, but since it's compatible with NERF mags, it's kind of hard to complain about that, in all honesty, although I really do wish you would put 2 in the box. Like that, I'm gonna keep harping about that. You could have easily charged 30 and had 2 mags in there and 20 darts, and that would have made it a heck of a lot better. It's kind of hard to complain. Well done. It seems like every single blaster you've put out this year so far, Primetime Toys, has been exceptional, has been a game changer, and not only did you raise the bar, you set it. Not only did you win the game, but you started an entirely different one. As somebody in this hobby that's been around for a very long time, I can't thank you enough for this. You've been teetering on that edge of greatness for some time. You've made a lot of blasters that I absolutely enjoy. This year, your blasters feel a lot firmer. They feel very good in the hand. There's no creak, there's no wiggle, there's no nothing. The plastic is much thicker and better. The designs are getting much, much better, and you're actually paying attention to the improvements that a lot of the community has made over the years to a wide variety of blasters and adapted those into very compelling packages for a low price that I can find on store shelves. I'm pretty much done on this video on the Spectrum, although I really want to open it up and see what can be done with it. I'm sure there are already flywheel cages in production or already out for the thing. It's, oh man, this thing. But most importantly, you need to let me know, and Primetime Toys potentially know, what you think about the Spectrum down in the comments section below. Let them know what they're doing right, and let them know what they could improve on, because that's the only way things are going to get better. They got to this point by listening to the community, and it's only going to get better from here. I'm Walcom S7. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it and got this far, please hit like, hit subscribe, ring the bell, get ready for an onslaught of content. I have so much more stuff to show you. I don't even know where to start. All is as the Ark wills it. Daily or near daily uploads. And for those of you who are new, welcome, and I hope you enjoy the ride because we've got a lot more ground to cover. Thank you very much for watching, and of course, I hope to see you in an entirely different one.
You gotta up, outside.